As I get back to the idea of coming to this with an open heart, I was traveling in Guatemala, and we were going to go on to see, we had hired a tour guide to take us and do the whole Maya, some Mayan ruins kind of thing. And I asked the tour guide, are there any old healers still alive and around in the area? And he said, yes, as a matter of fact, my uncle is an old healer. He's probably the last one around, and as a matter of fact, he lives just in a hut and practices on the way back to your hotel. Now, you want to talk, what did Scott say this morning? It was providential. Well, I have this kind of affinity for natural healers. It's kind of a passion of mine, interest of mine, and it has been. And so, well, you don't pass up these opportunities when the last living healer in this little area is the uncle of the tour guide. He happens to be able to tell you right where he is. So on the way back, after the tour, we stop. At this hut, and literally this like banana leaf kind of brown tinged hut, where there are people waiting outside the hut, and the healer is in the hut. And my wife was with me, and there's some shopping, and so anytime there's shopping, she's happy to let me do my thing, and she can shop anywhere in the world, is what I've learned. And I wait my turn. There's a lot of people in line to see this healer, and I am patient. I wait for my turn, and I need an interpreter, so the guy who's with me has volunteered to help me interpret. And so I get a chance to ask my one question that I want to ask, because I know I don't have a lot of time. There's a lot of people here that need help, and I say, can you tell me the one thing as a healer in this small village? And he's wearing these beautiful colors that identify him from that particular village or where he's at. And I say, is there one thing that you've learned that the most important thing in terms of helping others and healing others? And the interpreter, speaks to him, and then he speaks back, and it comes back to me, and he says, don't eat spicy food on a hot day. And I said, okay, something here has been lost in the translation. Can we try this question again? What I'm looking for is, what is the most important lesson he's learned in helping heal others that I can take back with me to my home care company and try to find a way to integrate it? So he says it again, he interprets again, it comes back to me, don't eat spicy foods on a hot day. I don't get it. I don't want to leave, because this is a pretty amazing person. I can just feel the energy from this man. And I don't want to leave. And he says, and I say, can you please ask him to explain? And he says, spicy foods on a hot day will give you pain here. You cannot heal people when you have a pain here. Oh my God. What a message. You cannot heal others if you are hurting here yourself. And you have to be open, as I said earlier, come to helping others with an open, non-spicy heart. I guess was his message. And I remember that vividly, and it is a theme that I will continue to tell you as you come to help others. Come with that open heart, ask others for help, and understand that there are blessings to be had in the process of helping others through this journey. And it will become your journey. There's so many other messages I want to share. We leave this world kind of almost in the same way, and you've heard this before, that we come into this world, as a child. In so many ways. We are so needy. And here's the number one difference that I've learned in 25 years of doing home care. When you're a child, people love to touch you. They just want to hold you and pinch you and hold your... They love when little kids grab their finger and it feels so nice, and there's lots of touching involved. On the other end of the spectrum, people who are aging, who are somehow disabled, don't get touched. And I'd like to encourage you not to be afraid to touch older people. And all of us need it, and especially when we are needing some kind of healing. The ability to hold somebody's hand, to touch their forehead, to give them a kiss is a beautiful gesture. It can do more good for that individual than the pills they're going to take that day in that pill box. And I'm not here to advocate, don't take anybody off medicine. But I am here to say, be sparing with the medication. Be generous with touch. Be sparing with impatience. Be generous with prayer. I believe prayer, too, is a very healing process for you and for the people that you care for. Dignity that Frank talked about is just so important. It is so, and it's so often overlooked. I am so proud of the things that home care offers, because I think one of the things that we offer is the sense of dignity, to allow people to age in place the way they want to. And I know there's a time and place for institutional care, but I'm here to say that home care has come a long way in 25 years since I first started, and where it's come to is the ability to care for almost anybody, almost until death, where they can die in a beautiful way in their own home, with dignity. And medicine is changing all the time, and the ability to care for people in the home with help is changing all the time and getting better and better.